Hi everybody, it's Jess, your go-to Street Fighter bestie, and we are here taking a look at a commentary with Waxy about the elimination battles from World of Street Woman Fighter. Reason why I am not coming out with my own is very simply we do not have uncuts, and it is really hard for me to create a commentary where I have a solid basis when I don't have those. And so we are going to take a look at what Waxy has to say based off what her findings are and kind of contribute commentary in that sense. So consider it an unofficial collab per se, you know. So, but I'm here for it. Let's go ahead and get into it.
안녕하세요 여러분, 왁시, 가시, 루시, 비타민 C, everybody C, look at me, C의 왁시입니다. 자 여러분, 내려왔습니다. 여러분들이 정말 기다리고 정말 좋아하시는 배틀 중에 그 배틀이 바로 무엇이냐?
Elimination!
너무 슬픈데 여러분들은 뭐 탈락 배틀 많이 기다린다. 그것도 뭐 첫 번째 탈락 배틀로서 아주 재밌을 거라 마냥 기쁘지만은 않네요. 그러면서 한번 월드 오브 슈퍼 3의 첫 번째 탈락 배틀 리뷰를 시작해 보도록 하겠습니다.
Okay, so this is the 5v5 commando
네,
routines.
로얄 패밀리가 먼저 합니다. 예스, 에너지 끌어올려. 헤이. 와, 근데 진짜 로얄 패밀리는 진짜 이 힘은 진짜 너무
It
세다.
really is.
와, 일단 첫 번째 스타트 너무 잘 끊으셨고요. 일단 에너지 너무 좋아요. 오케이. 저 소품을
Some
들고
props.
왔는데요. 저 소품이
Yep.
어떤 소품인 거죠? 창 던지는 그런 느낌이거든요.
It does look like a spear. Somebody did officially.
아마
Yep.
넘어진 것 같아요.
They officially dropped. Side note, I have already watched the episode, so I've already seen these clips. But so which is why, you know, a lot of this is not my first time watching this material from these angles essentially. But in a nutshell, what I said in the episode before we like officially get in with Waxy reviewing this is I gave Ojo. I would say the only one that I landed on Royal having that shot of getting a pass, like getting a win over Ojo on, is this 5v5. So the fact that just how the cards were opened for the decisions for that were very fascinating to me. But every other commando, 1v1, 2v2 relay, I gave to Ojo gang, and we'll just kind of touch on it here. Do I firmly believe, and this is a very firm thing for me, do I think that some of our choices were made in order to hold out to get to a round 5 so we can evacuate everybody who's there so no one knows who actually got eliminated? Personally, yes, but I digress. So their commando was for the type of track.
진짜 잘했어요, 진짜 로얄 패밀리.
Yeah,
배기가 나왔습니다, 여러분.
Baggins a lot of times you hear it as a break-in track.
이 버전 진짜 좋아요.
This is a good remix.
와, 진짜 에너지가 오조개가 만만치 않죠? 다같이 팀워크를 맞춰서 루틴을 하다가 이제
They have
힙합
groove.
4명이 같이 춤을 추죠. 그 이유는 뭐다? 뒤에서 이제 와킹이 대기를 타고 있습니다. 우리들의 와커가
Yep, love it.
예스, 보컬로 킬링 하고 있죠?
Yes, they are.
완전 배틀 모드예요, 지금.
I would consider these more routines in comparison to commandos because everyone's aware of the tracks that they're dancing to, at least in these group 5v5s or like whatever, crew versus crew. Yeah. Really fun pickup there.
하고 있습니다, 여러분. 여기서 끝난 줄 알았는데
No.
조금 어떠한 도발이 필요하거든요.
Of course.
그거를 이제 이부키가 너무 잘 들어온 거지.
She took the crown, sent it down.
왕관 파이 약간 이런 느낌으로 좀 더 도발을 했죠. 자, 여기까지 보겠습니다.
Alright, what are you gonna say?
처음 봤을 때 어떤 느낌이었냐면은 너무 달랐어요. 로얄 패밀리 자체는 힘이 너무 좋고 너무 테크니컬해. 그래서 이거를 과연 어떻게 할까 했는데 여기서 플러스 소품을 이용해가지고 좀 더 시선을
Yep, these
끌어당겼죠.
props.
다이나믹하게 표현해 주셨는데
Yes.
초반에는 약간 아이송하다가 이런 아이솔레이션에서 이제 뭐 킬링을 하겠다 이런 파트에서는 이해도가 좀 생겼거든요. 근데 그 전에는 뭔가가 쏘쏘했지만 에너지로서 로얄 패밀리가 너무 잘 밀어붙였어가지고 일단은 첫 번째 라운드 분위기는 너무 잘 들고 왔다라고 생각을 하거든요. 그런데 이제 오사카 오조게임 팀은 확실히 스트림 멤버가 많다 보니까는 배틀을 할 줄을 알잖아요. 오사카 오조게임 팀 루틴에서는 장르의 재미 그리고 그 안에 다양한 요소를 많이 넣었어요.
Yes.
처음에는 분무를 이거를 같이 하다가 힙합 루틴이 들어가고 왁킹 루틴으로 들어갔는데
Yes.
여기서 한 방 더 때렸던 거는 이부키가 미나미님한테 매달려가지고 다리 키를 이렇게 차잖아요. 이렇게 해서 조금 더 한 번의 재미 요소를 넣었고 거기서 마지막 루틴까지 하는데 거기서 이제 이부키가 마지막에 딱 종점 딱 찍죠. 그래서 이렇게 해서 전체적으로 스토리텔링이 짧은 시간 안에 너무 잘 들어갔다고
Agreed.
생각을 하거든요. 그래서 저도 똑같이 내가 만약에 저지다 했었을 때도 오사카 오조갱 팀에게 손을 들었을 것 같습니다.
It's it goes back to the tricky thing for me is because we're dancing on two different tracks, they're on two completely different bases for musicality justification and their techniques that they're using and how they're choosing to sequence it as well, right? We don't have because this isn't a regular battle with these eliminations. Like, yeah, it can simulate it closer to a battle than what we were seeing in the earlier episodes. There's still a lot of things different than what you would normally see in a battle. So it is hard to put what you normally see battles get scored or judged on in this context because it just makes it harder. It's the same note I gave about Lip J and Ibuki. It's really hard to judge that because they justify their own respective tracks. So the best way to do it is give them the same song and then we work from there. Now in the relays we had the 1v1s and that helped, but also you ran into that little like clumping up issue again where it was about putting on a show. Because it just goes back to my previous points that I've made is that I'm not the biggest fan about the performance being the top priority, but I also know for a show like this, it has to be. I wish there was more of a balance or a middle ground that was taking place just in general with how battles are being able to be simulated in the space is kind of my thing. So it is hard to judge a winner for that. A 5-0 in Ojo Gang's favor, I think if we were looking at the logistics on really keeping it a 2 and a 2, they could have given that to Royal and then had Ojo wipe. Like, that's just my thoughts there, but anyway. I was more so surprised they didn't vote Royal for that because of how it's structured.
에서는 모아나님이 나오셨는데요. 저는 정말 굿초이스라고 생각해요. 표카도 워낙에 또 너무 멋있는 배틀러고 그리고 모아나도 첫 번째 노 리스펙 배틀에서도 너무 좋은 모습을 보여줘가지고
I still stand by this. She was probably one of the best with Royal who held her own within the space with the track that she got.
플로가 되게 좋다라고 생각을 했거든요. 그러면서 한번 보도록 하겠습니다. Okay, let's go fight.
But she was given a hip hop track.
그 게임스터 바이브가 있으셔가지고. Hey.
She's resetting a lot.
도 있는데 약간 크럼핑에 약간 그런 댐핑도 같이 들어가거든요. 전체적으로 에너지가 많이 넘쳤고 그리고 지금 이렇게 팀원들이랑 같이 논다는 게 정말 좋은 바이브를 들고 가고 있거든요.
Yes. It's something that's fared well in this show specifically, which is why it makes sense why we're noticing both crews start introducing this crew commando-like structure. Do you need it? Not inherently. It can help, at times, but I understand that. You mean Waxy was touching on, she had a little bit of like Crump essence to her choices. I can see that. I also think that her resets, because a lot of times when you see choreographers or dancers and that's their primary role in the space, in the industry, there's going to be certain resets that take place with their choices, meaning this is my comfortable posture I operate in where I can explore from. Which is why it's always recommended when you choose to practice in freestyling specifically and the skill sets within that, you want to avoid resetting in what's comfortable. Learn to branch out and learn to press through uncomfortable choices. That's just one of many little nuggets of helpful, hopefully a helpful aid because that's something that's a lifelong journey for me, truly. In choreography and in freestyling, it's learning to be uncomfortable when you're put in a position you're like, I don't know what to do here. Don't cut that off to reset to what's comfortable because then whatever you just built, you just cut off, right? So it's a flow. It's about what story you're telling. It's about your legible, like how legible is your phrase that you're making. So I can notice that a little bit with how Moana's approaching it. And also, I come from the position there where more songs that tailored to Ojo Gang compared to Royal when it comes to the DJ and how they played it. Politics, back in, whatever. We don't need to touch on that. but coming from the lens on, if you know what Royal is normally used to operating in style-wise, you, as well as I, would safely assume that these tracks do not set them up nearly as much as success as Kyoka with a hip-hop track or Ibuki with more of a funk, not really a funk track, but like disco era, disco scene tracks, or hybrid disco tracks from a new era lens of remix because of how she approaches her whacking. But anyway, little reject, but notice she cut it off. So she hits it. She used the boxing ring to help with her reset.
되게 센데 끝까지 힘으로 되게 잘 밀어붙이고 계시는데요. 일단은 끝까지.
You see how she's holding it, all this right here?
오케이. 자, 표카로 스위치할게요.
So she takes the crown and explores with it. She's playing with timing from the jump.
와우. 일단은 표카가 그 동작을 진짜 크게 쓰거든요.
She does.
근데 여기서 진짜 확실히 그 스트릿 댄스 이 배틀의 그 퀄리티를 너무 잘 보여주고 있어요.
So let's touch deeper. Why? Because you notice she's playing on timing. She's exploring different pockets, is what we call it. Pocket 1 would be just on the 1 if you're talking about a time signature, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It'd be on the 1. Pocket 2 is the 1 and the 3. Pocket 3 is on every number. And then pocket 4 is every number but double time. She is manipulating and polyrhythmically justifying every pocket within the first 2 8 counts that you would establish this. Not only is she doing that, she's integrating it polyrhythmically with her upper body. She's exploring through it. She's making clear choices. But she has immediately enmeshed herself in with the pocket of the track. And that's why it is so competitive as quickly as it is. She is listening to the song. Notice her choices. Notice she went for something really loud, and then she created something really subtle. She knows how to create space in her movement, going and diving in the kinesphere, as well as regressing and internalizing her choices. Yeah, all this here. Even there. And if she was doing a little, she did a little pop-off moment there. To me, it feels like that was a integration based off of who her opponent is. She's like, I can match you in this kind of energy, because we've seen Royal integrate that throughout their time on the show. So she's trying to tailor it to who she's against. Look at the lean, the hinge over. She says she's a pro battler. So Waxy's being pretty broad here. She's allowed to. And I think that's great. But notice even here with Kyoka, her leans and how she allows her groove to create this hinge-like transition that is such a different mode. Mode would be texture or techniques that you see integrated within a round, within a given style. So here, you notice her lean has a little bit more rigidness, and there's still a rock present, but it's very different in the very beginning with a lot of her syncopated bouncing that you saw with the pickups. Her exploration's nice, yeah. Yeah, even there. Her pop-up looks a little different. She made it work. She still kept going. She made it work. Her flow was nice. Yeah.
두 분 다 너무 멋있다고 말씀을 드리고 싶고, 그리고 확실히 배틀이 스트릿 배틀이잖아요.
Just going back, touch on it. Got it. So she did more of an overview in the watch. It's similar to when I watch something the first time, I get pretty broad like that. That makes sense. I was able to itemize it, so now we get to hear Waxy. Come on now.
힘이나 에너지는 진짜 저도 뭐라 할 수 없을 만큼 너무너무 좋은데, 전체적으로 무브먼트로 봤었을 때 조금 비슷한 동작이 되게 많아서 이게 확실히 배틀에서는 그 짧은 시간 안에 노래에 맞는 느낌 체인지, 그리고 노래에 맞는 동작을 좀 더 다양하게 구성을 하는 게 아무래도 레벨의 어떠한 차이가 조금 있지 않나라고 생각을 하거든요. 그런 면에서 봤었을 때 표카가 진짜 초반에 이 리듬 쪼개는 것부터 확실히 정확하게 좀 들어갔다라고 저는 생각이 듭니다.
Now let's talk about the term beat kill. So if you were to listen to, you know, like Waxy or to others, they talk about beat killing and how you want to kill the beat, meaning that you want to execute the beat in a way that you're like, ain't nobody can do anything better than I can on that track or on that part of the music. I killed it, right? But then you talk to somebody like Buddha Stretch, and he hates that kind of terminology because he's like, why are we trying to kill music? And so, to me, I come from the lens on, and part of it's a grammar thing, a lingo thing, a slang thing. But also, I can understand too, like, there can be, I just always come from the lens on trying to constantly be somebody who tries to find different ways of expressing the same thing, because I learn better that way. and a lot of you guys can receive information if I worded it differently in a way that actually resonates. And that's why I make that a lifetime goal. It's better to learn one thing 15 ways than 15 things one way. That is such a motto I stand by. So when she's talking about beat killing, another way you could word that is who is able to attack and approach the music in such a way that makes it the standard or the expectation that makes it really, really, really hard to combat. So
힙합 스트릿 댄싱에 대해서
Rock and bounce.
정확하게 보여줬다.
Rock and bounce.
노래의 그런 플로우나 무브먼트 느낌적으로도 동작도 엄청
We call that-
다양한데 거기서
call that vocabulary is another like shorthand form of diverse moves would be vocabulary.
표정도 엄청 강하게 잘 표현해줬거든요. 거지님들도 올표가 나왔잖아요. 저도 당연히 똑같이 생각을 합니다.
Correct.
그 정도로 표카가 너무 잘 표현을 했어요. 그렇다고 해서 여러분 아시죠? 보아나님이 절대 못했다는 거 아니에요?
Agreed.
지금 방송으로 보는데 막 눈물을 흘리시는데 너무 마음이 아픈 거예요. 진짜 너무 열심히 잘하셨는데 결과는 결과일 뿐이에요. 여러분 게임은 그렇지만 너무 잘하셨다고 말씀드리고 싶습니다.
Let's touch on that. Moana tearing up, like, can I just say, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I sure did in the episode. You saw how tired every single woman was on that episode. That to me, it hurts my heart a lot of times where we're not, the women on the show are not put in healthy conditions, like timeline conditions, to be able to be at their best because they're sleep deprived and have to pump out results at Mnet's discretion. That is something I'm going to be honest about. That is something that I have a lot of confidence in saying. There is a sense of neglectful timing, meaning that we're not managing the time healthily for the participants on the show. We are like, time is money, so we're just gonna go, pump out products. I come from the position, if you want your dancers on your show to be able to showcase their best on your show, give them the time to sleep, give them the time to actually do that, and stop sleep depriving them so they have to stay up and create choreography upon choreography for these challenges. Keep the challenges, but give them more time is where I come from, right? And just because I know a lot of you are like, well, Jess, this is how it's always been. It doesn't mean that it should always be that way. It's okay to still say that's not awesome. Every single person that has gone through this show that we have reviewed together said how difficult of a time it was. And I think that's one really big component, because if you think about it, if you have cameras in your face 24/7 on this show where you're stuck in a box, not able to go outside and touch some grass because you're in rehearsals and you're sleep deprived, there's a good chance Mnet's going to get a lot of interesting footage of you because you don't have a filter, a professional filter up all the time. That's kind of impractical. So it's really a huge challenge. And if I showcase vulnerability or if I break down, you can't control that because you're out of effort, like literally, and yeah. And so as we progress on and as we see the rest of these battles, I do have other thoughts about how these battles progressed and those things. But yeah, that's like a really big thing that I want to bring and continue to bring to people's attention. I don't think this is the best way for us to showcase these women to where they can showcase their best, right? And that's a really big thing. Like, I'm going to continue to be honest about.
여러분 이게 배틀의 현실입니다. 어떤 노래가 나올지 모를 때 이제 팀원에서
Yes.
얘기를 해서 플랜 A, B, C가 있다 하면 거기서 딱 바로 순간적으로 골라야 되거든요.
Yep.
여기서 조금 느려진다? 분위기가 완전 반대쪽으로 넘어가죠. 이거
Correct.
진짜 머리 회전도 진짜 빨라야 돼요.
Correct.
근데 이거 배틀러들은 배틀하기 전에 연습할 때도 연습실에서 해요.
Yes.
그런데 지금 나왔습니다. 표카랑 미나미님이 나오셨습니다. 헤이.
Yeah, V-steps are nice, the pulls are nice. They do.
힙합의 멋을 진짜 너무 재밌게 표현했어. 저는 이거 머리 치는 등 이거 너무 좋았어. 옷이랑 연결해가지고 재미 요소를 하나 더 넣었죠.
Agreed.
아우, let's go.
Let's go, let's go.
이게 진짜
Right.
보는데 아주 힙합의 멋을 너무 잘 표현해 주셨어.
Agreed.
헤이.
Yep.
저기가
Also, side note, I want to touch on, because Waxy talked about, a lot of times you're going to have people prep for, they prep for thinking on their feet, which routine, which commando are we going to go with? And she has a ton of experience in doing that. I mean, if she did commandos and routines with 2v2s with Yoonji, and also she has many people that she's partnered with before or grouped with before for battles. I also want to add on, there's a lot of times where you're going to see people practice their commandos or their routines to different BPMs, to different styles of music, to similar styles, because sometimes depending on the circuit, they will tell you a BPM range that a song's going to be released at. I know Fusion Concept is like that, and last season of D-League in the Cypher rounds were like that too. So they had a better understanding of what to expect and what to prep for. So that's why I wanted to kind of add on that, because of course she has firsthand experience in touching on that, but I wanted to elaborate on there's other little components that can be practiced in the studio outside of what she talked about, because it's really fascinating. You can really prep to think on your feet, where there's a reason why, you know, by you guys, you're able to make similar concessions based on the BPM of a track, especially if you've never heard it before. That sets you up to a higher degree of success, but you can still hit those really cool moments in the track together.
그래서 같이 놀아 관객들이랑 하면서 과잉 무브 진짜 이거 그냥 관객을 같이 들고 오죠. 하고 상대방 가서도 미나님이 같이 도발을 또 해주십니다.
She does.
그러면서 센터에 들어와서
Do a little Harlem Shake.
같이 들어가죠.
Yep.
네.
We said it at the same time.
이제 아주
Yep.
재밌게 yes.
Love it.
배틀인데 약간 파티 바이브도 나면서
It did.
이게 확실히
Pretty communal.
미남이랑 효카가 진짜 둘이 이게 합도 좋은데 퀄리티가 좋으니까 단순한 동작인데도 이게 말이 안 되는 거지. 그냥 너무 멋있는 거지.
Yeah.
헤이! 와 실제로 이 쉐이크 보면 진짜 힘 진짜 셀 것 같아요. 헤이! 근데 오사카 오조갱이랑 로얄 패밀리랑 되게 다르게 놀죠. 오사카 오조갱이 약간 힙합의 그런 스웨이를 되게 가지고 논다면은 로얄 패밀리는 약간 힙합도 있는데 그런 막 크럼핑이나 좀 더 뭐라 해야 되지? 약간 러프하게 논다 해야 되나? 되게 캐릭터적으로 되게 엄청 약간 놀리듯이 잘 춘다 해야 되나? 응. 와 근데 확실히 계속 로얄 패밀리 멤버들이 뒤에서 너무 잘 받쳐주니까 이게 흐름이랑 바이브가 끊기지 않죠.
Yeah, but also I think what I was noting from what I was seeing there is that not everybody was on the same page, so it did look a bit off in when they were all choosing to do a group commando like that. I think it was that time.
Let's keep going.
So they're still going. There's still time.
멈추면 안 돼.
Correct. So now that's a real vibe out of it.
들어가시면 안 돼, 절대. 그럼 진짜 지는 거야, 안 돼.
Yep.
그래서 마지막까지 멤버들이랑 같이 놉니다. 예, 이러면서 시간을 바짝 채웠죠.
So now, yeah, she's touching on Ibuki. Okay, this was the relay. We're starting with a 2v2 and then a 1v1 and then a 1v1, right? So, with this, I'm going to itemize the rounds for myself. I don't know if Waxy will do that, but for that one, I would give to Ojo because of the 2v2 that we're given. And when you think about, I always tie it back to musicality and music justification through your movement. That is musicality, right? And so if it's a hip hop rock and bounce kind of track, approach it with that. But of course you can hybrid and showcase your own style. I would say Jeem's a fantastic example of somebody who can use whacking, but showcase other postures of other styles, but still justify whacking in a whacking match, right? Here in this case, though, you're dealing with like an open style kind of format. With open style, you have no idea what song is really going to come up. And so you have to be very strategic with who you send out. So I come from that position once again where, okay, Minami and Kyoka had a more authentic presence through musicality, polyrhythms, techniques, vocabulary, and usage of their routine, where you had the gimmicks, you had confidence, you had all of those things, the usage of your space effectively, your levels, dynamics, they were clean. Those things worked well to that track so much. That is your baseline. In comparison, when Royal comes in here, they were able to hold their own, but they did not do significantly better in all of those categories against Ojo. I would say when it comes to presence, they definitely have a huge influence in that. That's why Royal is so competitive in the performance categories of HHI and WDCC, because that is a component that is measured, is how impactful is your stage presence whenever you project it. And that's a measurable thing. So that's why I'm not going to negate that. But there's so many other categories that should be measured before proceeding to like, okay, winning and losing. You have to justify it, right? So that's why for that isolated round, I would have given it to Ojo.
이부키 렛츠고! 근데 이거 완전 부초이스. 이부키랑 너무 잘 어울리고 이부키가 나올 때가 됐어. 우리 배틀러가 나올 때가 됐어. 와우! 근데 옆에서 함즈가 나왔는데요. 와 진짜 함즈도 그 기에 안 눌리죠?
Yeah.
헤이! 너무 다른 스타일이죠? 와킹 스타일이랑 약간 그런 앞으로랑 같이 섞어서 코리오랑 같이 느낌을 가는데 이게 진짜 캐릭터가 너무 달라서 예스! 이부킨 또 저지님한테 가서 좀 더 가까이 들어가서 어필을 하고 함주도 계속 어필하고 있죠.
Yeah, for me, I come from the lens on Ibuki is justifying more pockets in the music than Harms. Harms is holding her own mighty fine, but it's a comparison game. It's a 1v1. You are comparing who had more complexity, Ibuki, who had more techniques justified in complexity, Ibuki, who had performance. They both did, right? They both held their own because of the type of show it is. Who appealed to the judges, if that's a subconscious component, which I know a lot of times it is, especially in whacking. You want to make sure that you're approaching your round facing different directions. It's something that Waxy taught us and brought to our attention, which I'm really appreciative of, because sometimes you need that reminder of you can't just face one direction the whole time. You have to face your opponent and also face the judges. And then if it's a dance your style type of event where the arena and the audience is the judge, then you have to appeal to your audience. Is very different, right? So Ibuki's doing a lot of those things. Harms is as well. And it comes down to, okay, here are these components that we are measuring in these previous rounds that I need to continue to measure here, regardless of how well known a team is, because it's not fair to either team if we're just going to go off of the clout of the team at all. It's not fair. I said this about whenever I've covered, WDCC with Royal Family, with their mega crew. I said it's not fair to Royal Family nor to any other crew in the circuit to measure them based off of the clout or off of what they are known for. That's not fair because I don't have that same privilege with all the other crews. So you have to look at it from these other elements, and it's either Royal shows up and meets it or they don't. And same goes to Ojo Gang. Ibuki's a world-class battler, so is Kyoka, but they still have to show up and show out. And it shouldn't they shouldn't be up against their own expectations that people have of them. It should be based off of the criteria that you have set in front for an elimination battle. So that's why I come to the lens on, okay, here we are. What are we going to do with this? And that's why I would say Ibuki for this round, she should have taken this because of those things that I just mentioned, because I'm trying to remain consistent across the board. Now, I agree with Waxy. None of the Royal Family did poorly whatsoever. You just have to think about, in comparison to who they are directly against in that round, who fared better and why, and it has to be consistent.
근데 계속 뭔가 이거를 타이트하게 붙어버리면 이부키가 팔을 쓸 때 너무 한정적이어가지고.
Correct. So that's a courtesy thing. Courtesy thing.
네, 이렇게 해서 배틀이 두 번째 세션 구간도 끝이 났습니다. 근데 여러분 3라운드 아직 끝난 거 아니에요? 세 번째
Right.
마지막 구간이 있습니다. 오케이.
Manami is coming up.
님이랑 자리님이
And Zari.
넣었습니다. 아 진짜요. 이때 와 분위기가 완전 과열됐죠.
Yes. Little split energy. Manami being very smart.
계속 들고 가시는데
Step over her.
지지 않고
No.
문한미님이 그 다리 사이를 지나간다든지
Right.
이렇게 해가지고
Using the
계속
boxing
들어가요.
ring. It's very interesting.
와 근데 저는 개인적으로 이때 놀랐어요. 자리님께서 이거 잡고 이거 웨이브
Very
하시는데
full.
와 저는 이게 정말 똑똑했다라고 생각해요.
I agree with that.
그러면서 미나미님도 슬로건을 들고
Very
와가지고
smart.
분위기를 자기 팀으로 들고 오려고 노력하시죠. 헤이. 아 근데 너무 가까이 붙었어. 안 돼.
They are too close.
안 돼.
And then they're getting ideas and they're taking it and it looks like a freaking tug of war. It makes me uncomfortable.
싶은 느낌이 살짝 들거든요. 와 이거 진짜 오케이. 네 일단 여기서 한번 끊어볼 건데 저는 이 제가 수파 2를 참여했 살아있던 멤버.
And let's stop here. I know she's about to talk about she's thinking about a former contestant of the show. I am not. I've never been. Will I ever? It'll take a lot for me. Firstly, I don't think I'm popular enough. Let's just call it what it is. I don't have a big enough following, nor am I big enough in the dance scene to be considered for the show. Am I okay with that? Yes. I love what we get to do together. So, and then the second thing is, so that's like a big thing. So I can't empathize the way that she can, which is 100% something that we can extend grace to Waxy over, because she's able to provide something that I and most people can't, because she has direct experience on doing a relay structure like this in the second season of Street Woman Fighter with the same broadcasting network. So I'm very, very, very intrigued in what she's going to say here.
멤버로서 꼭 같이 쳐야 되나? 라는 생각을 진짜 많이 하거든요. 폼으로 갈릴 수 있어요. 뭐 누구는 이거 너무 재밌다 하시는 분들도 있고, 댄서들 다치게 왜 같이 동시에 계속 추라고 하시나요? 라는 분들도 계시는데요. 저는 이번 라운드 보고 굉장히 위험했다라고 생각을 하거든요.
Correct.
와킹 같은 경우에는 저도 예전에 커스틴이랑 같이
Correct.
배틀도 했었잖아요. 그때도 저도 막 배틀하면서 느낀 게 최대한 커스틴한테 안 붙으려고 노력했거든요. 내가 만약에 커스틴한테 붙었을 때 같이 워킹을 한다든지 좀 이렇게 쓰려고 하지, 와커들이 뭔가 딱 붙었을 때는 투어를 할 때 서로 이렇게 딱 커뮤니케이션이 돼가지고 막
Yes.
피하면 괜찮은데, 그게
Yes.
아니고서 붙어있다 하면은 와커들이 팔을 쓸 수 있는 이 범위가 엄청 축소가 돼가지고 잘못했다가 상대방이 맞으면 이거는 진짜 사고거든요. 그래서 이부키랑 함즈님이 같이 배틀을 했었을 때도 엄청 막 불안한 거야. 함즈님도 엄청 힘 세시잖아요. 그래가지고 약간 불안하다 했었는데, 이나미님이랑 자리님께서 같이 배틀을 하는데 마지막에 그 슬로건 가지고 이렇게 할 때 둘 다 이제 이 승부가 되게 중요하잖아요. 오사카 오적인 팀은 이 승부로 배틀을 끝낼 수 있는 거고, 로얄 패밀리는 이 승부에서 무조건 승을 들고 와야만 넥스트 라운드를 갈 수 있고 여기서 탈락을 할 수 없는 상황인데, 여기서 둘 다 이게 너무 중요한 거죠. 우리 팀의 승이 너무 중요한 거지. 그래서 이때 조금 위험했다라고 생각을 하면서도 그 마음도 너무 이해돼. 우리 팀을 위해서 내가 대표로 나와서 목숨을 걸고 싸워야 하는 이 순간에서 질 수 없어서 그렇게 하는데도, 솔직히 긴 초도 아니고 한 5초? 이 순간인데도 인상이 약간 이렇게 되더라고요. 그래서 이번 배틀에서는 조금은 심사 보기가 좀 힘들었다라고 저는 개인적으로 생각하거든요. 춤투로 나오는 것까지는 괜찮았는데 1대1 동시 추다 보니까 제대로 된 춤을 볼 수가 없었거든요. 저는 개인적으로. 그래가지고 이거를 심사를 어떻게 하지? 그냥 나도 모르겠다 했던 배틀이 이 배틀이에요. 그래서 이 배틀 같은 경우에서는 저는 개인적으로 심사를 할 수가 없다라고 말씀을 드리고 싶습니다.
Yeah, I understand where she's coming from on that. I also come from the lens of not dancing simultaneously, because it's really hard to appreciate both. What we should have done is have them dance on the same track, one at a time, like it should be, right? And then of course, I've already introduced this idea. This is something that STC does and other circuits have done. I would say it's surprisingly Rebel Dancer Style did do this, where they play two tracks. One's in favor of, with SEC, one's in favor of one of the dancers and one's in favor of the other dancers. And then they both battle on the same tracks. And then you can go from there and you can make a way more educated decision that way. And it's going to fare so much more clearly, right? So that's why I come from that lens. So the simultaneous, I understand for her position, it's like it's hard to judge. I come from the lens on it should have ended there, but we still had an audience, and we can't just have this finished this quickly. I come from the position too, if Mnet was really going to do that, they should have had Royal Family win the first round, because it was a crew versus a crew. So it's a choreography round on a track. That sounds like the biggest, component of victory that they could have experienced, right? So that's like my biggest hang up in all of this, is that it felt like the longer we went on, by the time we got to leaders, because they got to the 5th round, it felt like we were waiting for pigs to get slaughtered, is really what it felt like, is that we were dragging on something that was going to be inevitable. And it kind of felt like Royal Family felt that too. And that's just like, call that a hot take or whatever, but that was the really unfortunate thing about watching this, is that because we were getting those types of calls, it was to keep them in the ring, to keep going and to wear them out, and to wear them down, and then to take them out with a final blow with the leader versus the leader. And also to get everybody out of the space so no one actually knew who won. So consider that more of like an emotional take about all of this. I'm not talking about this in the sense of how the judges judged or anything. I'm talking about how just the situation, That's how it read to me. And remember, I don't have an uncut to go off of. I don't have other background information about this elimination battle specifically to help in aiding in this thought process. But as somebody who has been watching them in the show, I've been, the things that we've been learning together, things that we've been gleaning and researching and hearing about the back end of the show, that to me, unfortunately, is not that far off of an idea. And I don't think Mnet is beneath doing that. But that's just my piece. But I understand and I respect Waxy on being like, I can't make a call here because she empathizes with the 1v1 simultaneous. And I also did not appreciate the heels tiebreaker between Gabby and Danica because of the liability of injury, because they're in heels. So I understand that.
네, 이번에는 순서가 바뀌어서 로얄 패밀리가 먼저 시작합니다. 치아레랑 마이아가 먼저 시작합니다.
Notice they started a very similar timing.
Yep. 조금 오마주구가 되는 느낌이
Exactly.
아쉬운 느낌이 살짝 들지만
Let's talk about this. A lot of people were touching on Royal Family reusing choreography even in elimination battles. That should only affect overall creativity and originality. It shouldn't touch on the performance side. It's not going to touch on other things. Yes, it's going to come across scripted. In a 2v2 or crew versus crew, yeah, it's going to be choreographed because it has to be, because you're dancing with somebody else, right? You can't just telepathize you guys doing something together. That's kind of not possible. But you guys can prep enough to where you can do a glance or a thumbs up or a signal, and you guys can be on the same page for sure. So that's the tricky thing in all of this, is that I'm not looking at this as they should have automatically lost because they reused choreo. They're reusing choreography. I can't cite what specifically they're doing, but I've just heard it from you guys. That's fine. I just wanted to touch on it. In eliminations, it is based on their brand. So in theory, should it be where they created themselves? Yes, but that's a completely separate conversation that we've already had that we'll touch on at other times. But if I have recognized, so just like what she said, if I recognize a similar timing and a similar texture and a similar posture come into play, regardless if it's different people, but the crew is showcasing that from a round to another round, that's going to affect the creative stamina that I see here, right? That's going to affect creativity, originality, and that's what it should affect, right? So that's my little note I wanted to say there. I recognize it, but there's that to think about.
에너지가 너무 좋죠?
Great energy.
네, 끝까지 밀어붙입니다.
Yep, which is exactly what they do.
네네네. 네, 저도 쿄카랑 되게 비슷한 생각으로 되게 비슷한 동작이 굉장히 많이 나오는 것 같아요. 로얄 패밀리가 그 에너지는 되게 좋은데 전반적으로 1, 2, 3, 4 약간 이 카운트로 되게 쉐이크랑 이걸로 많이 들어가거든요. 그래서 1 and 2 and 조금 리듬을 좀 다르게 쓰면은 좀 더 심각하지 않았을까.
Which is the equivalence of changing your pockets, which is something that Kyoka does very, very well, which can be something that now you can compare, is pocket changes. Exactly.
하지만 그래도 에너지는 굉장히 좋습니다. 끝까지 이렇게 로얄 패밀리가 밀어붙입니다.
Yes.
이렇게 해서 오사카 오조갱 팀이 나가는데요. 이번에는 준나님이랑 우원님이 나오십니다. 와, 제가 이 두 분의 합도 되게 궁금했거든요. 드디어 보게 됩니다. 근데 확실히 동작이 많죠, 여러분. 계속 뭔가 동작이 계속 변형되는 게 보이시나요? 자리도 바꾸면서 뭔가 똑같은 동작을 한다기보다도 이렇게 밑에서 추는 사람, 위에서 추는 사람 하면서 리듬이 계속 다르게 들어가죠.
Yes.
Yes.
Hey.
여기서 도발을 하는데요. 네, 상대방 가서 도발을 하는데 저는 이 도발이 너무 착했어.
Too nice.
터치는 안 착한데 이게 끝까지 안 추고 들어와서 저는 이게 조금 너무 아쉬웠거든요. 좀 더 끝까지 밀어붙이, 좀 더 에너지를 좀 더. 되게 조금 아쉬웠지만 넥스트 라운드가 있으니까 세션 스위치를 한번 해보도록 하겠습니다.
Correct. Also, I wanted to say that for having Ua and Juna come out, that really helps in providing a fresh palette of physical movement quality perspective, meaning like how they're approaching a track is different than what you expect Ibuki or Kyoka or Minami to do, because we've already seen them within the battle rounds. And so having two people that we haven't technically seen yet allows for more room for different variants, different creative ideas, and different vocabulary to be showcased that can help advocate on behalf of your team.
오케이, 쿄카가 출격합니다. 근데 저는 이때 개인적으로 쿄카가 팝하면서 이때부터도 오 와우 하면서 와우 좋다라고 생각을 했었는데 이거를 바로 딱 알죠 여러분 배치를 딱 바로 치고 나왔어요.
Because she took advantage of that.
이거를 바로 안 치고 나오니까
Yep.
와 이게 조금 분위기가 오사카 오조갱이로 좀 가지 않나라고 생각을 했습니다.
Yeah. That was such a thing. Right. She's like, look at me.
배치를 한두 번 해보겠어. 정말 지지 않습니다.
Love it.
약간 쿄카가 그래도 센스 있게 갔던 게 약간 때리는 척을 하면서 좀 재미 요소를 넣었어요. 진짜 막 때려서 붐 하는 게 아니라 때릴까 말까 이런 게 또 재미 요소였던 것 같아요.
Right.
Hey,
She loopholed it. She found a new path.
hey.
Side note, I love Waxy's nails. I think they're very pretty.
그래서 두 팀 모두 다 진짜 끝까지 에너지 끄집어 올리죠. 근데 마지막에 이제 오사카 오조갱 팀이랑 같이 또 교류를 또 하죠. 오케이. 재밌었습니다. 네. 오케이, 라스트 세션으로 스위치 하겠습니다. 와, 저는 이 노래 듣자마자 생각해서 진짜 이거는 우아가 나와야 돼. 이 노래는 진짜 파퍼가 나와주셔야 합니다. 했는데 네, 이번에는 우아랑 우아가 같이 줍니다. 와우, 이때 진짜 재밌었어요. 그거 알죠? 이렇게 배틀도 다른 장르가 나오면은 분위기를 진짜 다시 신선하게 바꾸거든요.
Yes, it
프레시하게
does.
바꿔줘요. 응.
Which is
Hey.
exactly what Ua did.
와, 근데 정말 잘한 거는 여기서 뭐 하나가 지지 않고 붐 하면서 테크닉을 또 들고 가죠. 그러면서 또 분위기가 또 한 번 더 왔다 갔다 합니다. 근데 진짜 와, 일단 보고 제가 뒤에 말씀을 드려볼게요. 오케이. 저는 진짜 이번 라운드도 굳이 같이 쳐야 되나? 라는 마음을 좀 품긴 했었는데요. 쿄카가 또 자기 입으로 얘기를 했습니다. 자기는 5초 안에 끝났다고. 근데 한번 볼게요, 여러분. 팝을 하면서 이렇게 들어오는데 여기서부터 저는 진짜 퀄리티가 미쳤다라고 생각을 합니다. 진짜
Yes.
같이 추는 구간에서 먼저 나와가지고 자기의 기랑 자신감을 확실히 5초 안에 다 보여줬어요. 그래서 저는 개인적으로 이때 좀 게임이 끝났다고 생각을 하거든요. 근데 그 이후에 이 쿄카가 이제 옆에 딱 치잖아요. 야, 너 나랑 배틀해야 되지 않냐? 한번 봐라. 이 치는 이 제스처가 진짜 정말 배틀 모드였다라고 말씀드리고 싶거든요. 근데 여기서 지지 않고 같이 춤을 또 추죠.
Which I'm appreciative of. I like that she squared off with
되게
Kyoka.
여기서도 되게 댄싱적으로 좋았던 게 뭐냐면 페이스 투 페이스로 그냥 툭툭 탁탁 이렇게 추는 게 아니라 N박자를 가면서 업이랑 다운을 나눠가지고 무브먼트가 좀 다르게 들어가고
Which is
하거든요.
good.
이거 한번 볼게요. 그래서 여기서 그쵸, 이게 하는데 위에서 갔다 손도 치고 내려갔다 약간 이런 권투 모드로도 들어가는 것도 너무 잘 보여가지고 확실히 여기서 승부를 걸었다라고 생각을 해요. 응. 그래서 무브먼트에서 동작이 계속 바뀌죠. 그래서 이게 진짜 진짜 춤을 추고 있다라고 말씀을 드리고 싶습니다, 여러분. 그리고 마지막에는 쿄카가 마지막에 리듬을 쪼개거든요. 근데 마지막 이 구간 이걸로 쪼개면서 이제 팀원들을 같이 놀죠. 이렇게 하면서 끝까지 재미 요소를 개인적으로 다 넣고 있어요. 확실히 배틀을 할 때 에너지도 중요하고 힘도 너무너무 중요하지만은 결국에 우리는 댄서이기 때문에 춤을 굉장히 잘 춰야 됩니다. 그래서 이런 면모에서 봤었을 때 오사카 오조갱 팀이 너무 잘 보여줬다라고 생각을 하고요. 근데 그럼에도 불구하고 로얄 패밀리는 끝까지 마지막 라운드까지 들고 왔던 것처럼 지구력 있게 열심히 했던 게 너무 멋있다고 말씀드리고 싶습니다.
Agreed. I also want to touch on, I think it's really important that Waxy is touching on a lot of the positive attributes that Royal Family is contributing, because a lot of people are just assuming that Ojo was going to wipe the floor with them and they're not going to be able to do anything worthwhile, which is not technically true. Ojo Gang has a significant advantage because of their exposure to the battle scene, but you have to think about what kind of battle this is. It's not really it's not the same kind of battle of criteria like what we're normally used to. So even Ojo Gang has to make adjustments and concessions to make it work for the type of space that we're in. Should that happen, that's where we can have a separate conversation. but tying into this, that's something that Ojo had to learn very quickly in the show whenever we were seeing certain results take place within the battles. So I'm very thankful that Waxy is touching on, Isla making those choices and actually squaring up to Kyoka. It's not taking away from Kyoka's qualities, and it's not. We should be able to talk about the pros and the cons of both sets effectively. Kyoka, based on what we were given in footage, she held her own in every basic degree of criteria that could come across in a battle scene, right? She had the confidence, she had the vocabulary, she had the creativity that showcased a different perspective than what she was showing in the last time we saw her in a 1v1, which helps on the creative stamina side. Her physical stamina, it didn't look like she was tired whatsoever. And with Isla, she was exploring different parts of the music, which is so helpful and very, very needed in the space. You need to have that in order to combat against somebody who has really high quality in many, many criteria areas. So, do I think Isla got washed out entirely? No. I do believe, though, Kyoka is very, very competitive and she's consistent, which is why you're going to see a lot of times in these conversations, Kyoka gets more favorable feedback because she is showcasing competency consistently. She hits more than she misses. So that's why you're going to have a more saturation of positive feedback. That doesn't mean that she's exempt from it. It's just depending on who she's against, a lot of times will influence it. I remember I touched on the finals of SGC season 5. Kyoka was nailing it against Zico, but then as the battles went on, Zico had more stamina and more creative stamina and physical stamina, and his vocabulary continued to innovate throughout the duration of all 15 rounds. 15 rounds, right? When Kyoka was starting to stall. So this is, just because it's not on YouTube doesn't mean that I haven't had that type of feedback given to Kyoka before. It's just in this type of environment, there's not many people that are able to equate to her degree of execution in this way, in this space. So that's why you're probably going to get a lot of people giving the type of feedback more positive to Kyoka and more constructive to others. So, and that's fine. That's just how it is.
결국에 5라운드 리더 배틀까지 오게 됐습니다. 여러분, 저도 리더 배틀이 부담감이 정말 상상도 하기 싫을 정도로 정말 엄청나고요. 리더 배틀이다. 나의 팀의 운명이 내 손 안에 달렸다라는 게 감히 상상하지 못할 만큼의 부담감일 거예요. 근데
it comes as simple as a song choice a lot of times as well. And if you notice in that one, the song favored more Ibuki than Tisha, when you think about what style Royal Family tends to fall under. And then what style Ibuki tends to train in. Ibuki has more experience. She already has an advantage when it comes to variety of music that she stands to. I think SDC really, really helped with that, and her competing in open style battles also helped.
이거를 안고 나가야 되다 보니까는 이부키도 그렇고 티샤도 엄청 부담감이 셌었을 거예요. 근데 이제 그거를 최대한 컨트롤해서 마지막 라운드에 춤을 췄을 거거든요. 마지막 라운드 보도록 하겠습니다. 오케이, 이부키가 먼저 성공에 들어갑니다.
Oh, you know what? Sorry, I already forgot. They danced to different tracks. Silly me. Like, I was saying that exact thing to which makes it even more wild. Like, Tisha wasn't even given a track that worked in her favor whatsoever.
네, 끄집어 올리고 있어요, 지금 이부키가.
Notice her turn was varied compared to the first turn that she did.
같이 한 번 더. 이 왕관으로 도발 한 번 더 합니다.
I have to like modify the volume on this.
아, 이거 좀 행복했어. 저것도 약간 락킹에 있는 동작 중에 또 하나거든요. 그거를 약간 재밌게 노래 어울리 같이 풀었습니다. 그래서 되게 잘했다고 박수를 드리고 싶습니다.
Love
그러면서 티샤로 스위치가 됐습니다. 와, 노래가 굉장히 강합니다. 크럼핑이랑 같이 들고 가고 있죠? 와, 진짜 강해요. 역시 리더는 강하다.
Yes, ma'am. She's doing...
바이브레이션, yes! 총 쏘면서.
She's doing good with expressing fullness, but notice even here...
팝 쏘는데 진짜 센 것 같습니다. 티샤도 진짜 여기서 지지 않으려고 노력을 하면서도 상대방 이부키한테도 도발을 하면서 어떻게든 분위기를 들고 오려고 노력을 하고 있어요. 네, 이렇게 해서 라운드가 끝이 났습니다. 이부키가 퀄리티가 굉장히 높다라고 느꼈던 순간이 또 여기가 있거든요. 질감도 표현을 하잖아. 그래서 저는 이 짧은 순간 안에 어떻게 보면 되게 단순하다라고 생각을 할 수 있는데 여기서 진짜 저는 퀄리티가 한번 빵 나왔다고 생각을 해요. 자신의 기량 올려서 최대한 마지막 리더 배틀에서 보여주고 있습니다.
Agreed with that. And also, when to specifically talk about that moment that Waxy brought up, the reason why her move worked to that part of the music is because it was a lingering sound. It kept and then it rebounded. And so the fact that she held on to it by filling it up through movement, she didn't just cut it off, she kept moving and then she reintroduced it. That's why that registered very effective on a musicality front because her movement matched how the music is perceived in our ear.
여러분들도 이제 5라운드까지 보시면은 약간 느낌이 오시죠? 오사카 오저갱 팀은 확실히 스트릿 댄서 분들과 프로 배틀러들이 많이 있기 때문에 노래를 들었을 때 리듬 메이킹이 되게 다양하게 들어가요. 그래서 이거를 되게 땡심으로 되게 잘 푼 팀이 오사카 오저갱 팀이라고 생각을 하고 그 로얄 패밀리는 확실히 안무를 많이 하다 보니까는 정말 직선적이고 깔끔한 춤이랑 그리고 힘이랑 에너지가 처음부터 끝까지 절대 풀리지가 않아요. 그래서 정말 이 두 팀의 다른 매력이 확실하게 보였던 순간이 이번 탈락 배틀이라고 생각을 합니다. 자,
Yes.
이렇게 해서 첫 번째 탈락 배틀 리뷰가 모두 끝이 났습니다.
So I come from the position of, do I think it needed to go to 5 rounds? No, I don't. Do I think part of that was a draw it out as long as possible? Yes. However, though, something that we can appreciate from this is the fact that we got to see some really incredible growing moments from Royal in terms of how they presented themselves, and Moana being able to try again in a 1v1 it's such a courageous thing. So I want to say that on camera with my microphone on, Moana, if you watch this, girl, be very, very proud of yourself for the fact that if you were feeling as defeated as you were and you got back out there and you tried it in the eyes of people, you know, that's such a commendable and brave thing to do. And I think that is one of the biggest victories that can be made from this elimination battle. Truly. So I wanted to just put that out there. Thank you for doing that. That is such a hard thing, a hard thing. And I will always want somebody to know that it is such an encouraging thing to see people do that because that can be so inspiring for others. Truly.
아까 여러분 느끼셨나요? 오늘 약간 기존에 올렸던 영상보다 조금 텐션이 낮았는데 왜냐면은 첫 탈락 배틀이라는 이 단어 자체가 저는 개인적으로 너무 마음이 아프면서도 원하지 않는 단어들의 조합이에요.
Correct.
첫 번째인데 탈락인데 그것도 배틀로 해야 된다?
Yeah.
솔직히 부담감이 어마무시했겠습니까? 쟤는 뭐 춤이 어떻다니 몸매가 어쩌다니 쟤는 표정이 어쩌다니 뭐 어쩌고저쩌고 이해하시지만 억울하시면 여러분들이 이 무대에 서세요. 무대
Thank you. Thank you, Waxy. Thank you. There's so many people that have a lot to say. I come from the position on if you're going to say something constructive, which I've said many constructive things, be a solutioner, be a coach in it. Don't just sit there and be like, this is negative. Blah, blah, blah. Provide a solution. That's what I've been trying to do. And also look at the people at the end of the day. They're freaking human, right? And I know a lot of you guys who watch me and who watch Waxy agree with this. So I'm very thankful that I'm in the position to where I can say this. It ain't all that like what a lot of people think it is. Just because they didn't move the way that you wanted them to that day, that shouldn't just apply to downgrading and downplaying their character because of a narration that Mnet is cultivating for their own benefits and their own profits. That is not fair to anybody on this show. Just because they signed a contract doesn't mean that they didn't sign up for your derogatory comments and your negativity. You're allowed to be constructive, but you got to bring it and justify it. And if you can't because you just feel that way, you're allowed to have feelings, but don't take it out on somebody else because of how you feel. Just my thoughts. So I'm glad she's touching on it. I'm glad she got the horror music on. And I'm glad that we're going to be able to we're having this conversation right now because it's still happening. It's just on different people right now. No one's being a listening ear. Everyone just wants to be right.
할 수 없으면은 여기까지. 네,
Yes.
이렇게 하여 거의 제가 봤을 때는 이제 수파 방송이 중간
And that's
정도
crazy.
넘어갔다고
We're already halfway
그
through.
이유가 바로 무엇이냐? 수파에 옷이 하나 더 있습니다, 여러분. 그것은 바로 메가 미션. 저는 이미 다 봤어요, 여러분. 근데 단연컨대 말씀드립니다. 여러분 진짜 역대급이죠.
I loved it.
어마무시하고
Loved it.
이번 메가쿨 영상 그 영상이 아니라 그냥 아트 아트요. 아트.
Agreed.
그래서 곧 메이크르 리뷰 영상도 들고 올 예정입니다.
Yes.
그러니 여러분 아시죠? 저 지금 현재 새벽 3시 다 돼가요. 그만큼 제가 진짜 열심히 하고 있습니다, 여러분. 진짜. 가시기 전에요. 좋아요 한번 필 꽂히시면
Which I am.
한번 해주시고요. 알림 성장 저번 말했죠. 안 해도 돼. 근데 이거는 꼭 해줬으면 좋겠다. 구독 한 번만 눌러주세요.
Oh, I am. Notifications are on.
힘을 얻어가지고 다음 영상 메가크루 영상 리뷰도 들고 오도록 하겠습니다.
Correct.
그래서 지금까지 와시가시 루시 비타민 C 에버시 무게미 C의 왁시였습니다. Bye.
She's adorable. We love it. Love it. Love it. Hopefully, too, you watched her before you watched me watch this. Because remember, I didn't have my own video to touch on the eliminations because they weren't uncut. So I thought it was going to be much, much better to see what she was touching on and help and elaborate in my particular scope, but also be able to be a listening ear to what Waxy has to say. I have so much respect for how she's been approaching a lot of these, which is why it doesn't bother me at all. And I have a lot of confidence in being able to watch something of hers and be like, I respectfully understand. And I can respect even if she touches on something that I wouldn't have really thought to really focus on. But that's what makes all of this awesome. I also said this in the, I don't know, in my megas or what, but I'm really, really excited to see Waxy look at the mega crew. Specifically, I think Ojo Gangs, because of the heavy, heavy, heavy integration of whacking. And there was a lot of overlap between Mana Queen's mega crew and Ojo Gangs in a complementary way, not in a plagiarism way, but in a sense of how the type of music that was brought composition-wise, to the type of features brought, to how we utilize numbers. Oh, so fun. But yes, so sorry if you guys were like, Jess, you're interrupting her a lot. This is the first time that I'm actually going in and reviewing something without my own independent video first before doing like a subtle collaboration. And also too, I'm someone where if Waxy reaches out to me, she's like, hey Jess, love you, but I don't want you using my videos as commentary for YouTube. If this gets taken down, it gets taken down out of respect to her. So just keep that in mind, that all of this is at the discretion of those that I do choose to kind of rebound off of. If they're not a fan of me doing this, then that's what we're going to respect. But so far, so good. I mean, I've had, it's been really good so far. So, very intrigued on what you guys have to say. Remember, if you're going to be constructive, this ain't Reddit, so be respectful and come as a coach, not a critic, please. You guys know me. I'm Jess, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.